Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Laurel Park here on Friday. It is December the 23rd, 2016. Gonna look at race number 8 from Laurel, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections from racetracks across the world and beyond. Today's 8th race from Laurel Park is Allowance race. First $42,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards. Number 1, a race of main claim starter or waiver claimer or starter or a state bred side race or a state bred races or whichever won 2 races. We have a field of 9 horses going the distance of ground of about 1 mile and 1/16. Remember, they start this race on the turn, so you better have a good post position. In years to come, when Laurel's probably going to get in the next 7 years, I would say Laurel's probably going to get a Breeders' Cup, but they're going a mile 16th. Before I get onto that, I show this diagram. It gives me a second to look down at my notes, but mile 16th about. And like I was saying, if Laurel, most likely, like I said, Laurel's going to get a Breeders' Cup in the next 7 years, maybe even the next 4, whatever it is, 2019, 20, or 21, one of those years. If they get it, I would fix the mile 16th layout. I would actually use make the auxiliary finish line and move it up to the 16th pole instead of using it further down the stretch right at the turn because the run to the turn going a mile 16th at Laurel is incredibly short. I think it's the shortest in the country. It's even shorter than Gulfstream. And you want to save ground. I would love to see how many horses win from post position 4 out going a mile 16th because it can't be very many because you just really want to save ground. With that being said, I'm going to go with the 2 horse here. It's the Journey at 12-1 as a top pick. I'm going to put this horse into a trifecta wager. I'm going to do a straight trifecta 247 247. I would do a 10-cent super, but the minimum bet for a 10-cent super in Maryland is $1. I love playing on an afternoon or a night. Play a whole card of 10-cent supers. If there's 9 races, spend 90 cents. It's the funnest it can be without fun gambling, without spending a shit ton of money basically. But they don't do that at Maryland. You have to spend $1 for each race. So I'll use the second best minimum of 50 cents. So 247 here. Number 2, it's Journey. 12-1. Julian Pimentel on this Michael Trembetta trained 3-year-old gelding at a mine shaft. Last time out, first start in quite a while since last February, November the 24th at Laurel. About a mile 16th in last race for 35,000. This horse finished 8th by 15 lengths that day. Horse set the pace early on from the 9 hole, was very wide at the turn, just weakened badly. You kind of expect that with this horse not running in quite a while. Second off the layoff, I think this horse should do well. But start before came February the 7th at Laurel Park, 1 mile, an optional 50 claimer. Horse finished second by 3 lengths, was dueling with the leaders that day, and just a little bit was weakening at the end. Really couldn't keep up with them. If this horse could sit back a little bit and then make a good closing kick, I think this horse should do well. This horse most likely will save ground going into the turn, which I think is a key also. And then start before this horse ran December the 26th at Laurel, 7 furlongs in the Maryland Juvenile Futurity. Horse finished third by 1 3/4 lengths. Closed up very well that day to get the third place finish. You need a little extra ground. I think mile this horse could have had the win. And then start before Laurel Park mile, November 28th, main special weight 49,000. Horse won by a length, closing up very, very well driving. I'm going to use this horse here as a top pick, 12-1. I'm going to take my chances. So to recap my bets for race number 8 from Laurel Park, I'm going to go with the 2 horse. It's the Journey. I'm going to go do a trifecta this race. My trifecta is going to go 247, 247. So good luck to all, and follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.